Hey, broomheads! So I'm finally back with another Degrassi watch-along thing. Me in my natural state of no makeup and super flat hair. But anyway, today we're going to be watching Everybody Wants Something from Degrassi High. It was requested by Cyrene Underhill, and I hope I said your name right. If you've never watched one of these before, basically I watch the episode and then I give you the rundown as I watch. So it's not a retrospective, it's just kind of like a commentary, a live commentary. So anyway, that's it. Let's get started. Okay, so to kick things off, we are in the halls of Degrassi High, and the Zit Remedy is walking together, talking intensely about something because everything they're ever talking about is somehow the most important thing in the world. So they're going back and forth, talking about their script or whatever. And Lucy's at her locker, so the Zits approach Lucy and ask her again, apparently, about filming their music video. And she's like, no, I already told you no. But they've told her they have revamped the script and that they'll let her read it and she may want to shoot the video. And then Lucy's like, oh, so I get script approval. Somehow that makes it more tempting. So Lucy agrees to read the script. And she said she will let them know. Okay, side note. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the commercials for these Pony-O things, but they are supposed to be non-slip and they slip like crazy. So, bye ponytail. Okay, we had the intro song and now it's the next day or something and we're at the front steps of Degrassi and Caitlin's walking in with Maya and Joey's walking in with Wheels and Snake. And of course they're like, blah, 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 like excitedly talking about their important business. And Joey sees Caitlin, so he's like, hey, I'm going to go say hi to Caitlin. And it's pretty hilarious how absolutely uninterested she is in Joey and Joey's life. And Joey tells her, hey, Lucy's going to shoot our video. And Caitlin's like, cool. And Joey's like, you can be in it. You can be in the video. You can do whatever you want. And she's just like, I don't think so. She is so sketched, though. She is so sketchy when she wants to break up with Joey that it kind of bothers me. And I don't know, maybe I've been sketchy at some point, too. But it's just like, instead of just saying, like, hey, I don't really like you anymore, she's just kind of like, I'm busy. Well, she starts to walk away, and then Joey's like, well, do you want to go out this weekend? And Caitlin's just like, I can't. It's pretty awkward, and Snake and Wheels saw the whole thing, and Joey's just like, chicks who can figure them, but it's still kind of... Wheels' mullet right now is fire. I love it. The boys are concerned, but Joey's like, mind your own business, everything's fine. Now we're in the hall, and the boys waste no time in approaching Lucy to follow up on what she thought of the script. They're like, so did you read it? What do you think? And Lucy's like, no, I'm not doing it. The reason Lucy doesn't like the script is because there are girls hugging on the boys. Wheels steps into the conversation and says, look, we'll redo the script and we'll send you a revision. So Lucy walks off with the twins and they're just talking and they're like, are you really gonna do the video, Lucy? And Lucy's like, yeah, probably. I just like to make them squirm a little bit. Lucy and the twins part ways and the twins are walking into the bathroom and they're talking about Heather liking Wheels and Erica's like, he's not our type. And again, that makes me wonder, like, how is Wheels' style perceived, like, in the 80s? Is he, like, a cool guy, or is he kind of weird? Like, I don't know. But apparently, he's not the twins' type. Oh, yeah. So, Cyrene, what you got me looking at? Okay, so this is that iconic scene in the bathroom where Erica looks up and sees there is some graffiti on the mirror in red lipstick that says Erica Farrell murders babies. And unless Liz has someone on her hate team, Liz is the one that did this, and I freaking hate Liz. But there will be more about that later. We are switching to the next scene. We are in the caf, and the Zits are trying to work on revamping their music video. And the question is, what does everybody want? Everybody wants something, but what is it? So this is a very intense brainstorming session. Again, one of my biggest pet peeves in TV and movies is when people drink out of a cup that there's nothing in the cup, and then they don't even swallow their fake drink. So Snake says, how about everybody wants good marks? And in American, that means good grades. And Wheels takes a sip of his root beer and goes, everybody wants a car. And Snake and Joey are like, heck yeah, that's a great idea, but where are we gonna find a car? And Wheels says, Clutch has a car. Meanwhile, Claude and Caitlin are eating lunch together, and it's just gross. And they part ways, and Maya is always creeping, so Maya comes up and she's like, how's your new boyfriend? And Caitlin's like, Claude's not my boyfriend. And Maya's like, look, you should probably break up with Joey. You're stringing him along, blah, blah, blah. And Caitlin has like this smile on her face, like she almost likes it. I'm like, girl, just sketch. So sketch. And then Caitlin goes, well, how would you know how to treat boys? And Maya storms off, as she should. But Caitlin chases her down and she's like, look, I'm sorry, but Claude and I are just friends. Like, we just hang out sometimes. That's it. But Maya doesn't play games. She's like, look, I know you like him, and Joey's going to be crushed when you dump him. Which, yeah, maybe, but you want her to dump him or not, Maya? And now the Zits are looking for Clutch, and they find him on a bench reading a book? What? Clutch has changed. Anyway, so they cut to the chase and ask if they can use his car for a music video. And Clutch is like, why would I want to help you? No thank you, not interested. And then finally, the boys mention that Lucy's involved, and then Clutch is like, oh, okay, I'll do it. And now we're by Spike's locker with fucking Liz. And Liz sees Erica walking by, and she's like, look, there's that murderer. I hate you, Liz. And I think Spike is taking this too lightly. She's just like, oh, Liz, come on, let it go. When somebody needs to say, Liz, stop it. It's none of your business. Okay, Spike does say, like, this, it really isn't our business. And Liz is like, it is my business. And Spike's like, okay, why? And then Liz is like, well, let me tell you. When my mom was pregnant with me, someone wanted her to get an abortion. And that's the story. Okay, there's more to the story. Her dad or whatever didn't want her mom to have the baby, and she wouldn't get an abortion, so the dad beat her up. That's pretty bad, but she doesn't have to be nasty just because someone was nasty to her mother. And then Liz gets a nice big hug from Spike. Now we're back in like part 5 of the Zits trying to convince Lucy to film this video, and there's a new problem. And the new problem is that she's not going to work with Clutch, and that's because Clutch is rapey. Now we're in another iconic scene, the one where we get to watch Lucy and the twins undress for PE. While they're undressing, the twins have a little bit of an agenda while they're talking to Lucy. They're convincing Lucy to give Clutch a second chance because maybe Clutch has changed. The real reason for this persuasion is because Erica wants to spend some time with Wheels doing an extracurricular activity. So Lucy is finally convinced, and she comes out of the locker room to find the Zits still in the hall, and she says, okay, I'll shoot your video. And they're celebrating because this news is dynamite. All right, it's another day or something, and we're in the hallway, and Caitlin's going in her locker, and Clutch is coming up with his little Bauhaus shirt on and his little suspenders, and he's tossing a little box around, and he's excited. And then he does this like hilarious original little trick where you tap somebody on the shoulder, but you're actually hiding behind the other shoulder. So he pulls that little trick on Caitlin, and that is just charming, and she loves it. And then he gives her the little box, and she says, what is it? And he says, it looks like a box. And she opens it, and it's an earring, because Claude always wears one earring, and he gave her the other earring, which is cool. Very 80s thing to do, but I personally like that trend. And then he puts it in the hole himself, which is kind of gross. I don't know why. And the whole, I don't know why their relationship kind of grosses me out. Like, I know everybody hates Claude, but maybe I've said this in another video, but I think it's gross because he's always trying to like teach her things. Like, she needs to know this, and she needs to come to this event and learn about this, and he's always trying to educate her in kind of like a mentor way, or almost like a I'll fix you way. instead of like, hey, I really like this band, you should listen to them with me or something. I don't know. I don't like the teacher-student type of relationships. Not like literally, but like, I'm gonna teach you things because you don't know anything, but don't worry, I'll take care of you. Then they share a very awkward first kiss. And you know Maya's always creeping, so Maya sees everything. Oh shoot. Now Liz is putting propaganda, taping it onto Erica's locker, and she gets freaking busted. That guilty look on her face. Oh my gosh, I just hate her. She puts this like terrible poster on Erica's locker that says "Stop killing the unborn," and it's got a picture of like a little baby fetus thingy. I'm fired up. And it seems like Erica would never suspected Liz at all, but she sees that Liz is walking away from her locker, and then she sees what's on the locker, and she's like, bitch, so you've been doing all this. And she like crumbles up the paper and hits Liz square in the chest, which is pretty cool. And she's like, how could you do something so horrible? And Liz is like, you're the one who's horrible. And Erica's like, well, you don't know why I did it or what it was like. And Liz is just like, you're a baby murderer. And so Erica takes her down. And the fight is somewhat satisfying, but I wish she could have gotten like some punches in or something. Or that it could have gone on a little longer. I don't know. But Erica is on top the whole time, so I'm happy about that. And Wallfish is taking Erica away, and she's just like fighting him and pushing him, and it's really intense and just like, it's really powerful. I like to see Erica on fire like that. Far. And Liz is just a freaking coward. And I just wish Spike wasn't friends with her. But what can you do? Alright, moving on. Is a good scene here. This is the one where finally Caitlin decides she's got to break up with Joey. It's finally time to stop being so sketch. So he's all excited about the video and everything, but she's like, I've got to talk to you. And he's like, what? And then she pulls him into a classroom. So she's like, we haven't been getting along, right? And he's like, oh no, it'll get better as soon as I'm done filming this video. So she's like, okay, that's not gonna work. Let me try something else. She's like, I still like you, just not like that. And he's like, what do you mean? So she's like, okay, that's not gonna work. Let me try something else. We've gone in different directions. It's nobody's fault. She says, you have your band, I have politics and the environment. You're fun and outgoing, and I'm quiet and boring. She's not wrong. No offense, Caitlin. Caitlin's a lovable person, but I mean, in high school, she does get kind of like, eh. Anyway, Joey's like, so? And Caitlin's like, okay, that's not gonna work. Try something else. She finally just comes out with it and says, I think we've got to stop seeing each other. And then Joey's like, is this because of that Claude guy? And Caitlin, she answers the question by saying, it's Claude. So she ripped the Band-Aid off, and Joey is disappointed and walks away, and Caitlin's kind of like, whew. But unfortunately, it's time to film the Zits music video. And everyone, the whole crew is coming out, and Snake and Wheels are dressed like Joey. They've got all their gear, they've got some signage, Clutch is ready with his car, and Lucy approaches with Heather, and they're talking about Erica's fight and everything. And they approach Clutch, and Clutch is like, hey. And Lucy's like, hi. And they're all just waiting on Joey. They're like, where's he at? And we see him kind of creeping behind a corner, trying to like gain his composure. And then he comes out acting like hotshot Joey, like he always does. But it's just a mask, because inside he's hurt. And then we see them shoot the video, and it's super fun and cute, and I do like this episode because I just like seeing Degrassi kids just have fun with no like agenda or lesson or anything, like just like a chill fun time. They pop out of a dumpster, they throw some money, they climb trees and fall out of windows. It's a really great video. And then they're done, everyone's celebrating, and they all want to like go out for burgers, and I just think that seems like a lot of fun, and I wish I could go. And Clutch and Lucy kind of make up because they've spent a couple hours together without him trying to rape her, so he really earned her respect back. But anyway, Joey's not going for burgers because he has to take some time to feel sorry for himself. Oh yeah, and that's the end of the episode. I guess I kind of forgot that the Liz and Erica fight is the same episode as the music video. It was fun to watch this with you today. Thank you, Cyrene, for your request. I mean, it was requested like months and months and months ago, so I'm trying to just chip away at the random requests now, hopefully in the most chronological order I can. And as always, if you have any Degrassi requests, let me know. Also, while I'm here with you, let's talk about Degrassi Palooza. My husband and I are planning on going. Let me know if you're gonna go. And I'm probably gonna wear my big sweater that says broomheadz on it real big. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, we're doing this, and it feels crazy and it feels kind of wrong. Like, I'm already feeling kind of guilty about all the money and stuff that we're gonna spend doing this, but this is really special and I'm excited. We'll talk more about Degrassi Palooza later, and I will see you broomheads probably in the new year. So happy new year, happy 2019, woo! Okay, bye broomheads!